Thank you. Shana Tova. Wow, it's so wonderful to look out at all of you inside, outside, and even imagine all of you out there in live stream land. It's been quite the journey to get here. The amazing High Holiday Planning team brainstormed months ago. We wanted to figure out how to give everyone the best experience and make sure we all felt comfortable, safe, and were still spiritually connected to the moment and the community. More about the team and others in a bit. First, I want to bring you back to the days of awe. I noticed a quote by Abraham Joshua Heschel in the margins of a Machzor on page 72. As civilization advances, the sense of wonder almost necessarily declines. Such decline is an alarming symptom of our state of mind. Mankind will not perish for want of information, but only for want of appreciation. The beginning of our happiness lies in the understanding that life without wonder is not worth living. What we lack is not a will to believe, but a will to wonder. The passage is from the book, God in Search of Man, and ends with, "The way to faith leads through acts of wonder and radical amazement." These experiences of wonder fortunately happen to me more than you might expect. As you may know, Rabbi Mark often introduces me as president of Bonai Shalom, but that my full-time job is a rocket scientist. Each time I look at images returned from Hubble, I am filled with awe. I personally have worked on projects that sent a small probe into a comet to figure out what it was made of, and on the Kepler telescope that monitored small selection of stars in our heavens. When I hear Hashem's promise to Abraham about our people being as numerous as the stars, sometimes I think about the fact that scientists use the data from Kepler, and then they figured out that there were more planets than there are stars, and that 20 to 50% of them might be Goldilocks zone. You know, where it's not too hot or too cold, so that water might exist in its liquid form. Yes, water, and maybe other life forms. Both these projects give us glimpses into Bereshit, the beginning of creation. More recently, one of the most wondrous projects I worked on will be launched on Landsat 9 spacecraft in a couple of weeks. Landsat has been monitoring Earth for us for 50 years. We, including each one of you, can watch forests, glacier, and coastlines evolve and change. Some have created time-lapse movies from decades of images to watch things like rivers shape-shifting in Peru and India, or the growing palm trees during the construction of the Jeremua Island in Dubai. Also, the Mississippi River Delta flowing into the Gulf. It's amazing. These pictures of our home are beautiful. And of course, I connect to it now during these days of awe to Rosh Hashanah, which commemorates the creation of the world. At Bonai, we work to create the community we all love in so many different ways. At this time, I would like to thank the High Holiday team, including the indomitable Gali Bey, and people like Sam Flachman, our ritual tech organizer extraordinaire, who just came up here. Thanks, Sam. Experienced Larry Cohn leading the organization of leaders, laners, and honorees and schleppers. And Daniel Turgel and the rest of the adult education team with helping to make all the special sessions during the month of Elul, as well as tomorrow, so special for us. It also, of course, includes our wonderful, extremely hardworking staff of Stacy Aviva Flynn, Lisa Ginsburg, Esther Ben-Ari Alterman, and of course, Rabbi Mark. Then behind the scenes, there are people like Marla Shapiro, who put the scroll book together, and Abraham Kornfeld, who organized the usher team, along with so many others. And I must acknowledge that we also couldn't have done this without the support of our donors and our sponsors, most of whom you will see listed in our scroll book. The High Holidays is just one of the things that is happening at Bonai Shalom. Our social action group has changed their name to Tikkun Olam, to help fix the world. As is our mission, But these individuals do everything from raising awareness of the homelessness and racial inequities in our community, as well as supporting refugees recently released from ICE in Aurora. We have a strong inclusion committee guiding us when we might be falling short, and the Chesed committee supporting each of us as individuals and as families. Caring for our fellow human beings through these activities can be just as wondrous and fill our hearts with just as much space as the space projects I work on. I also have to give a shout out to Nissan Cohen for keeping us and our facility standing through all the issues that we've had the last year and a half. One of the more interesting things that we got to do this year is meet as focus groups as part of the concept development for the construction of the new synagogue near the Cherryvale entrance here at the Boulder JCC. Every group, I think even the sustainability team, agreed it needs to be a Hamish place, but it also one that captures who we are at Bonai Shalom in Boulder, Colorado, and how our community can be strengthened through new building. Hopefully, you've been hearing the wonderful things that have been happening here during our youth high holiday programs and how great the first day of Hebrew school was on Sunday. We are so grateful that we have this opportunity to keep Judaism alive in our community education program. And it's so important to our people. A generous donor has offered to help in support of our school and community by matching contributions dollar for dollar, up to an amount I think we can reach if we all work together. While many of you might not have the opportunity or time to get involved with the shul, with all the great works we have at Bonai, you can get involved and help us meet this match opportunity and start this year with a big mitzvah and experience the wonder through donating. After the holiday, you'll be getting information through email and a donor letter letting you know how you can participate. I wonder, can we do it? My experience and the acts of wonder I've been witnessing around here leads me to say, yeah, we can. Thank you for your time, and I wish you Gemar Chatima Tova. May we be written and sealed for a good life this year.